Set in 1828 Edinburgh, pioneering surgeon Dr. Robert Knox conducts medical research on corpses. The law only allows him to use the bodies of executed criminals, so Knox hires two petty criminals, William Burke and William Hare, to dig up bodies from cemeteries. Unwilling to endure the dirty work, the duo begins murdering people and selling their bodies to Knox. Based on the true story of Burke and Hare, who killed 16 people over 10 months to sell their corpses for anatomical studies, The Flesh and the Fiends avoids graphic violence, instead focusing on atmosphere and strong performances. In 1692, a woman named Elizabeth is accused of witchcraft in the small town of Whitewood and burned at the stake. Before her death, she strikes a deal with the devil, securing eternal life in exchange for an oath to spread evil. Centuries later, a college student named Nan, fascinated by stories of medieval witchcraft, travels to Whitewood. Staying at a sinister hotel, she soon discovers that the sleepy town and its inhabitants hide a chilling secret. Despite its zombie-sounding original title, The City of the Dead is all about witchcraft. Shot on a limited budget, the film stands out for its remarkable style. The setting, set design, and lighting work together to create an eerie atmosphere that delivers genuine chills. Adding to its appeal is the inimitable Christopher Lee, who plays the enigmatic history professor Alan Driscoll. Declared a witch, the young Princess Asa is condemned by inquisitors to a gruesome fate. They hammer a spiked mask onto her face and burn her at the stake. Before dying, Asa curses her executioners and their descendants for generations. 2 centuries later, Dr. CYAN and his colleague Andre stumble upon her crypt. By accidentally breaking the seal over her tomb, they unleash the vengeful spirit of the witch. Asa, aided by her demonic servant, sets out to reclaim her life by possessing the body of Katia, Andre's love interest, who bears an uncanny resemblance to the executed princess. Upon release, the deceptively simple Black Sunday failed to gain much recognition. Today, it is celebrated as a revolutionary work that pioneered the Italian Gothic horror genre. In a quiet coastal town, a young sailor named Johnny Drake meets a mysterious beauty named Maura, who plays the role of a mermaid at the local carnival. The two quickly fall for each other, but Johnny begins to suspect that Maura might be a real mermaid who lures men to their deaths during the full moon. Combining elements of fantasy and horror, Night Tide weaves a story steeped in a mystical atmosphere. The film stands out for its unusual seaside setting, atmospheric carnival visuals, and a sense of dreamy unease. It also marks Dennis Hopper's first leading role. After surviving a car accident, a young woman named Mary Henry relocates to a small town where she takes a job as a church organist. However, strange occurrences begin to plague her during the journey. She sees a pale-faced man who haunts her vision, and soon she notices that the townspeople behave as if she doesn't exist. With a minuscule budget of just $30,000, Herc Harvey created cinematic magic in Carnival of Souls. Despite amateur actors and limited resources, Harvey delivered a hypnotic, feverish dreamscape filled with eerie visuals and unsettling tension. American tourist Nora Davis, an avid fan of detective novels, travels to Rome for a vacation, only to find herself embroiled in events straight out of her favorite books. First, someone slips contraband into her possession. Then, the aunt she planned to stay with suddenly dies. Nora is attacked in the streets and, to top it all off, witnesses a murder. The Girl Who Knew Too Much is widely considered the first entry in the giallo genre, an Italian subgenre blending horror, crime thriller, and elements of erotica. Black Sabbath is a horror anthology featuring 3 chilling tales. In the first, a young woman receives menacing phone calls from an unknown stalker, promising her imminent, torturous death. The second tells of a vampire-like old man hunting his family members. In the third, a nurse steals a ring from a deceased elderly woman, a decision she quickly comes to regret. Though underappreciated upon release and a box office disappointment, this anthology has gained cult status over the decades. The legendary Boris Karloff serves as the host, adding to its eerie charm.